Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a tag called the Mid-Year Book Tag. I saw this on a Clockwork Readers channel, or Hannah, and I really liked it, so I'll link her video down below. But yeah, this is basically kind of talking about the books I've read this year, and let's just go ahead and get started. So number 1 is the best book you've read so far this year, and hands down for me that has to be Children of Blood and Bone by, I'm not even gonna attempt to say her name. Here it is. I'll leave it down in the description box below. But I love this book so much, and I really wasn't expecting to. I just feel like it was so beautifully written, and it really, her world building really drew me in, and I just loved this book so much. So this would be my favorite read so far this year. Number 2 is the best sequel you've read so far this year, and that would have to be Tell Me No Lies by A.V. Geiger. The first book in this series is Follow Me Back, which was released last June, and then this June she brought out the sequel Tell Me No Lies, which picks up right where the last one left off, and it just, yes, this is the sequel that I needed. Number 3 is a new release that you haven't read yet but really want to. I have 2 books for this category. Number 1 I don't have with me at the moment, but that is Cruel Prince. I've heard a lot of good reviews about it. I pre-ordered it but ended up having to cancel my pre-order because money. So it's definitely a book I want to pick up and I still want to read. And then the second book, the second new release that I want to read is Love Scene Take 2 by Alex Evansley. I love Alex. I love her writing. And this is her debut novel, Love Scene Take 2. And I'm so excited to finally have my hands on it and to read it. Number 4 is your most anticipated release for the second half of the year. And for me, that has to be To Make Monsters Out of Girls by Amanda Lovelace. I love all of her poetry collections, and I'm really excited for the next one. And then she has another one coming out next year, and she is just giving me life. So I am so excited to read To Make Monsters Out of Girls. Number 5 is Your Biggest Disappointment, and for me that has to be A List of Cages by Robin Rowe. This was one of my highly anticipated reads this year, and I am so just disappointed in how it turned out. I love the concept. I love the potential that the book had, but I just didn't like the execution. And one day I'll actually do a book review on this and kind of talk a little bit more about why I felt that way. So number 6 is Your Biggest Surprise, and for me that has to be Children of Blood and Bone. I was very, very nervous to read this. As you can see, it is one thick book, and it's fantasy, and I don't read hardly any fantasy. So the world building really had to be there for me because fantasy and I were just not friends. And so I was so surprised at how much I loved this book, and I'm so excited for the sequel. So number 7 is your favorite new author, or an author that is new to you. And I read her last year, but for me that would be Amanda Lovelace. I have all of her poetry collections. The Princess Saves Herself in this one, and then The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, both the special edition Target version and the regular version. And I just love Amanda so much. I love her writing so much, but her spouse also writes, and she introduced me to his poetry collection, Dropkick Romance by Cyrus Parker, and I love this too. Like, I just love both of them. They're both amazing. And Amanda actually wrote the foreword in this one. And yeah, Amanda and Cyrus are easily, hands down, 2 of my new favorite authors. So number 9 is your newest fictional crush. And I have 2 that fall into that category. This year I read Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. As I said, I'm trying to read more fantasy, and this was gifted to me by my friend Ali Novak. Anyone that knows me knows that I love a good angst story, and Patch is the definition of bad boy angst, and I just loved him. And I finally bought the rest of the series, so I am so excited to read the next one. And then my second newest crush this year is Jace from City of Bones. Again, reading more fantasy. Allie Novak gifted me this book. It is her favorite book series of all time, and Bad Boy Angst, Jace, I'm just here for it. Thank you. Number 9 is your newest favorite character, and for me, that is Simon from Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. I read this book this year in preparation for Love, Simon that was coming out, and I just fell in love with Simon. I love him so much, and I am so happy that I finally picked up this book. So then number 10 is a book that made you cry. Anyone that knows me knows that I cry reading every single book, watching every single movie. I am just a crier. That's who I am. I would say that out of all these books I've shown you so far, the books that made me cry the most were The Princess Saves Herself in this one and Dropkick Romance. Probably the most The Princess Saves Herself in this one. I cried so much, and I just love Amanda. For number 11, it's a book that made you happy, and again, I'll have to say Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. This book made me laugh, it made me cry, and in the end, I just loved it. So this book definitely made me happy, and the representation in here also made me happy. Number 12 is your favorite book to movie adaptation this year, and for me, that was The Kissing Booth by Beth Reekles. If you haven't heard of it, this book started on Wattpad and then was published by the amazing Beth Reekles in partnership with Random House. And then she worked with a company called Comics to bring The Kissing Booth to Netflix, and it was currently, I don't know if it still is, but it was trending at the 4th top movie in the country. And I am so proud, and I just feel like a proud mom, and you should definitely go watch this movie if you haven't yet. So number 14 is the most beautiful book you've bought or received this year, and I have 2. The first one is Wild Beauty. I just think this book is beautiful. I love the cover. Floral is my favorite, and even if I don't end up liking this book, I think I will just keep it because it is so beautiful. And then the second book I have for this category is Arrowheart by Rebecca Skye. Her debut novel came out this month. You should definitely check it out if you haven't yet. But I just think it's gorgeous. I love the gold. I love the font. I love the gold spine. I just think they did an amazing job with this cover. And number 15 is what are some books you need to read before the end of the year. I have a summer TBR coming, so I don't want to go too far in depth with this because I feel like it would just kind of be repetitive. But some books that are definitely on my I have to read before the end of the year list are Eliza and Her Monsters, To Make Monsters Out of Girls. The second book in the City of Bones series, which is City of Ashes. I feel like it's probably City of Ashes. I know I bought City of Glass by mistake. So, City of Ashes. And then I definitely want to go back and read the Target version of The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one because it has bonus poems, and I think it's been long enough since I read the original version that now I can go in with fresh eyes. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is kind of different than what I normally do. I don't normally take part in tags, but I thought this one was really cute, and I thought it would help you know what I've been reading this year and what I'm excited to read. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more of these types of videos. I'm hoping that this summer, while I'm home, I'll be able to start posting twice a week instead of once. But we know me and update schedules, so probably not. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye! Hi guys, and welcome. But I love this. And anyone that knows me loves. Why am I choking?